Good evening, welcome back to our Season 5 Rocket League Championships for St. Joseph Scholar Hall. This is Game 4 for our spring season. We're starting with the Golden Bears today, the OCVI Redhawks versus the Golden Bears. 25 seconds in, there's Polar with an aerial right off the start into the Bears net, and that's a goal for the OCVI Redhawks. 30 seconds in, 1-0. Polar with a great touch. back in their zone, hitting it over and bouncing it right in their net zone. There's Lonely Not Human right up at the ceiling. LN. Demon Slayer going up the wall. There's Polar as well right behind him. Lonely Not Human. Polar hitting it up again onto the ceiling, going for another aerial reset. Demon Slayer getting it out of his grip. LN boosting it forward. Jude over to that dead weight. Lonely Not Human stealing it from him. Polar. There's Demon Slayer with a tap off of his head. LN trying to grab the ball. Jude a little bit too quick. Polar in the air once again, and there's Demon Slayer off into the corner. Lonely Not Human with a demo against Polar. The fight transitioning from corner to corner. There's Polar going up the wall again. Lonely Not Human. That dead weight hitting it to where Demon Slayer is ready. Jude in possession on his side. Lonely Not Human hitting it back, trying to pass it to his teammate. LN all the way at the back in his zone. There's Polar in front of the net, and there's a goal from Jude. Excellent teamwork from the OCBI Redhawks. Hitting it up, Polar using the limited boost he had, hit it off the wall. Jude in the air and tapping it right into the net. Lonely Not Human tried to go for a save, but Jude was well prepared. There's Jude again versus Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer up in the air, Polar in net. Great save from the OCBI Redhawks. Polar off the wall again and now on the ceiling. Reset from Polar. Lonely Not Human on the ground. LN with a tap across the midfield. Jude to Lonely Not Human. Lonely Not Human. There we are in the air. Over the corner again. Deadweight off the wall and onto the ground. Jude behind him. Advancing it upwards. Jude behind Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer bringing it back to the wall. Polar up the wall again. Trying to go for a reset, but is a little bit too short. Off the ceiling. Lonely Not Human to Demon Slayer. That deadweight trying to take that opportunity to get a goal, and he manages to do it. Hitting it off the left of his car. There's Demon Slayer on the ground with another tap. Deadweight just off the left of his car managed to get it into the net. 3-0-2-10 for the OCBI Redhawks. Polar and LN with a pinch right into the Bears zone. Polar being patient, waiting for the ball to come to him. Deadweight trying to go for a backhand goal. There's Jude taking the ball right up to the net with no competition whatsoever. Off the backboard, there's Jude. A missed save from Scholar. And nobody else close enough to the net to do anything about it in time. There's Polar and LN. LN off the wall. Lonely Not Human back to LN. LN taking it up in the air. Polar receiving that. There's Lonely Not Human. Polar pushing it up. There's Jude again as well, ready to assist. Deadweight on the ground. LN with a great steal from Deadweight. There's Lonely Not Human. And LN coming in again off the back corner. Pinching it in front of the net. Off the wall, Demon Slayer and Jude battling it out in the corner. Polar right on the midline. 1 minute remaining. Save from LN and Demon Slayer. Jude to the back. LN pushing the ball in front of his own net, and there's a goal from Jude. 5-0 with 50 seconds remaining for the OCBI Redhawks. Only Not Human to Deadweight. Polar in the back. There's LN again. Jude going for the ball. Hitting it up. Deadweight over to their wall. Only Not Human taking it. Jude advancing it forward. Demon Slayer in the air, missing the aerial. LN manages to get a demo on Jude, but can't get the ball in. Polar advancing towards the net. LN tries to go for a save, but misses the ball. 6-0 for the OCVI Redhawks. Scored by Polar. Lonely Not Human and Deadweight. 10 seconds remaining. To Polar right off the bat. There's Demon Slayer. Polar right off the wall. Lonely Not Human. Polar up to the ceiling again. Trying to go for an own goal. That's going to be 1-0 for the Bears so far out of a 3-game series. Notable to mention that Polar is a Supersonic Legend, which is the highest level in this game. Deadweight, Lonely Not Human taking the kickoff. Demon Slayer right off the wall. Fighting in the corner. There's Polar bringing it down to the ground. Advancing it forward with no boost. There's a demo from Lonely Not Human against Polar. Save from Demon Slayer. Deadweight up. Demon Slayer going for the save. Deadweight off left wall. And back to Polar. Polar in the air, tapping it over. Lonely Not Human with the save. LN coming forward again. Into the back, Polar hitting it above his net and bouncing off the crossbar. LN off the ceiling. Demon Slayer with another demo against Polar. Right across the net from the Redhawks. LN taking it up the wall. Lonely Not Human and off to Demon Slayer. Jude with an intercept, grabbing the ball. Lonely Not Human pushing it in front of his net. Deadweight, and there's a save from LN. LN, he misses the second save. Great save from LN off the start. Deadweight hits it over Demon Slayer and just past LN. 1-0, 3:42 for the OCVI Redhawks. Down to Lonely Not Human. That Deadweight meeting. Lonely Not Human in the air. Lonely Not Human over to the corner. Demon Slayer right beside him. That Deadweight hitting it across the center line. LN on the wall. Polar in the air. There's Demon Slayer over Jude. That Deadweight chasing Demon Slayer. There's a goal for Scholar. Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer over Deadweight right in front of the net and hit in by Polar. 1-1, 3:15. Tie game. Demon Slayer and Polar. Polar hitting it forward. Up and over the net. Lonely Not Human up the corner. Polar over to the opposite corner. Jude to Lonely Not Human hitting it out of their net zone. Polar back into the corner. Demon Slayer going up the wall and over to LN. Great pass. Demon Slayer across the center line again, off the wall. In front of the net, there's Lonely Not Human just barely missing the angle for that touch. Lonely Not Human across center again to Demon Slayer. Jude with the save. Polar with another save there. Deadweight grabbing the boost from Demon Slayer. In front of the net, Polar tries to go for a goal but is stopped. Jude tries to go for a goal but is stopped again by Lonely Not Human and LN. Off the wall, LN, there's Polar bringing it to their net. Saved by Demon Slayer. Lonely Not Human coming forward. Demoed by Jude. Pass to Deadweight. LN with the save. Blocked by Jude. Now advancing into the blue side. Right towards the net. Jude going for a save. Deadweight there too. Lonely Not Human hitting it. LN. Polar with a touch. Up in the air. That Deadweight saves it from their own goal. And Schollard manages to get another goal from midfield. 2-1, 117 for St. Joseph Schollard Hall. Scored by Lonely Not Human. From all the way on the other side. Polar to Lonely Not Human, right in front of the net. Deadweight hitting it out of his possession and right into the net. There's a goal for Jude. Once again, tie game, 2-2, 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining. LN trying to go for the ball there. Polar off the wall, bouncing on the Lonely Not Human. LN hitting it up the wall. Deadweight hitting it forward. Polar across the net. Up and over the wall. Hitting it forward with a pinch between Polar and Lonely Not Human. Up the wall and off the ceiling. Jude and Polar off the wall again. Lonely Not Human hitting it up. That Deadweight in the air. Demon Slayer off the back wall again. There's Jude. LN keeping the fight in the air. Demon Slayer going for an aerial as well. Lonely Not Human with the save. Jude off the ceiling, 10 seconds remaining. Lonely Not Human up the wall and over, stopped by Polar. There's LN with a very close goal. Off the back wall, and that's going to be overtime. 2-2 Polar versus Lonely Not Human on the kickoff, right into the Schollard side. Deadweight missing the ball. LN taking it and advancing it. Taken by Polar in front of the net. Stopped by Demon Slayer. Lonely Not Human right behind him. That Deadweight. There's LN hitting it forward. Polar with a touch. Deadweight receiving it. Demon Slayer up. Polar forward. Lonely Not Human hitting it out of his area. Polar forward, LN with the touch. Lonely Not Human with the save. Polar off the back corner. Lonely Not Human. No defenders in net. Jude trying to hit it. There's LN hitting it up forward. Deadweight staying back, defending. Nobody in net. There's LN again with a great save. Not Human hitting it forward in front of the net. Polar trying to score on his own net, it looks like. That Deadweight hitting it forward and a massive save from LN. Right in front of the net. That Deadweight tries to go for a goal, and that's going to be a goal for Polar. 3-2 for the OCBI Redhawks. 1 minute and 25 seconds in overtime. game 2 of 3 taken by the Red Hawks. Our next game taken by the Golden Bears and the OCBI Red Hawks. LN taking the ball right off the start. Jude in net defending. Deadweight followed by Polar. Polar taking control. Only Not Human getting the ball out of there. Demon Slayer up and over. Lonely Not Human towards the net, saved by Polar. LN up, Polar advancing forward. Lonely Not Human towards the net, Jude in net, same with Polar. Deadweight hitting it down. Polar refilling his boost and off the wall. There's LN again, that Deadweight. Polar up. Taking the ball over everyone. Demon Slayer in net defending that. Polar up again, taking it back into his own corner. Stopped by LN. Demon Slayer off the ceiling. LN to the back wall and up the wall. Lonely Not Human trying to go for a touch. Polar doing some fancy stuff, and there's Deadweight with the goal, assisted by Polar. Polar up into the air, hitting it back, that Deadweight right under LN. Lonely Not Human trying to go for a save. Demon Slayer off the wall. LN to Polar. Polar right up to the ceiling again. Lonely Not Human to Demon Slayer. Polar up. Polar hitting it up again. 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining. 1-0 still for the OCBI Red Hawks. Deadweight with another goal. 2-0 for the OCBI Red Hawks. 3 minutes remaining exactly. Deadweight to the back corner. Demon Slayer waiting for him. Polar over the net. Lonely Not Human trying to go for a save. Polar scores 3-0 for the Red Hawks. 2 minutes and 53 seconds remaining. Deadweight and Lonely Not Human taking that kickoff. Ball starting nice and high. There's Lonely Not Human again to Polar. Polar stopping the ball. Hitting it forward again with a reset there. There's a goal from LN. Assisted from both teammates. Lonely Not Human grabbing it, taking it across. LN coming out from the right and hitting it right into the net. 3-1. 2:26. Alen across the middle field. Jude to the wall. Only Not Human to LN. Only Not Human behind it again. Taking it up to the back of the blue zone. Jude tapping it forward. LN bringing it back into the blue zone. And that's going to be another goal for Schollard. 3-2 for the Redhawks. Still 1:56 remaining. LN with another pass to the blue zone. Across the net, Polar taking the ball up the wall, in the air, over the net. Lonely Not Human coming from the side and taking the ball for himself. Demon Slayer with a goal, tying the game at 3-3. Lonely Not Human with the assist. One minute and 37 seconds remaining. Jude and Lonely Not Human. Lonely Not Human winning the face-off just ever so slightly. Jude towards the Schollard net, stopped by LN. Lonely Not Human in the air. Demon Slayer in the air. There's LN coming in from the back and scoring 4-3 for Schollard. 1 minute and 18 seconds remaining. LN coming from his own zone, taking it up. Right place, right time. LN off the sidewall. There's Polar to deadweight. Goal scored by Schollard on their own net. That deadweight hitting it forward and back. Lonely Not Human. LN to Lonely Not Human and back. Tying the game at 4-4 again. 1 minute and 12 seconds. The Redhawks winning the kickoff there. Lonely Not Human and Jude. Saved by Polar. 1 minute remaining. That deadweight up to the ceiling. Jude saved by Demon Slayer. Polar up as well. Lonely Not Human taking it across, refilling his boost. Jude coming in from behind. Demon Slayer grabbing the ball again. Bouncing off the wall. Lonely Not Human taking it in front. Jude stealing and taking it again back to the Schollard side. Jude hitting it up. Deadweight over to the back corner. Off the wall. Polar back again towards the Schollard net. Saved by LN. Lonely Not Human off the wall again. Deadweight with a pass outside of his net. Lonely Not Human tries to go for a goal, but is stopped by deadweight. Polar over to the Schollard net and scores at 0 seconds. 5-4 for the OCBI Redhawks. Winning game 3 of 3 for the Golden Bears versus the Redhawks.
dancing in their line, the paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed. Taking second chances, still we bleed. And when all the love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in their line, the paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. catching diamonds in the rain, letting precious water through the drain. Stars were dancing in their light, paths that we could never ride. Oh, they were dancing way up high. catching diamonds in the rain, letting precious water through the drain. Stars were dancing in their line, paths that we could never ride. Oh, they were dancing way up high. We built these walls so we could find who could prove themselves through the waves of time. We're trying to repent before you sin. It's like giving up before you begin. Stars were dancing in their line, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed, taking second chances till we bleed. And when all love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in their line, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. You have habits just like me. Talk too much with strangers. Get way too serious around family. And I don't have any wishes, but when I kiss you, our lips fit well. And I don't have expectations, but when I daydream, I fall asleep. And our hands melt. It started out as teasing, catching diamonds in the rain, letting precious water through the drain. Stars were dancing in their line, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. We built these walls so we could find who could prove themselves to the waves of time. We're trying to repent before you sin. It's like giving up before you begin. Stars were dancing in their line, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing in their line, the future we will never run. Dirt on our feet was bone dry, it was bone dry. Thought another goal is all we needed. Taking second chances, still we bleed. And when all the love had been depleted, we had but no choice to concede. As the stars were dancing in that line, paths that we could never run. Oh, they were dancing way up high. Stars were dancing
Welcome back. We have our Emerald Bears versus the Lancers. We have Stammy to Northclaw. Stammy over the center. Up the wall. Goated in the corner. Both Northclaw and Unknown Panda chasing the ball. Northclaw off the corner there. Twizzy bringing it back across the center line. And taken by Northclaw. Off the wall and advancing with the help of Unknown Panda, saved by Stammy on the Lancers. There's a goal for Scholard. 45 seconds in. Goated 1972. Hit up from Stammy and Goated hits it in. 1-0, 4:15 remaining. First goal for the Bears. Northclaw versus Twizzy. Unknown Panda passing to Northclaw. Save from Stammy again.
What a save!
Goated over to the wall, right at the center line. Twizzy up the wall. Northclaw hitting back. Ball bong up the wall. Unknown Panda hitting it to the back. Twizzy up into the air. Twizzy stopped by Goated. Stammy. Northclaw hitting it back again. Across the Scholard net. Twizzy passing up. Fall bong right behind him. That's going to be a goal for Scholard. Unknown Panda. 2-0, 2 minutes and 58 seconds. There's Goated and Twizzy. Unknown Panda. Ball bong right behind him.
What a play!
Back in the orange side, there's Stammy again. Fall bong. Northclaw in the air and off the ceiling. Unknown Panda taking it. Goated coming in behind, saved by Stammy. Twizzy right behind him. Northclaw off the ceiling. Unknown Panda going for the ball. There's Fall bong hitting it across the center. Goated coming in from the Scholard side. Twizzy across and back. Goated up to the corner. Goated off to the side. Northclaw to Stammy. Northclaw forward. Goated with a great save. Coming top down, stopping the ball. Northclaw coming across to help Goated. Stammy hitting the ball up again towards the Scholard side. Northclaw hitting in front of the net. Fall bong with full boost. Close to the Scholard net now, 1 minute left. Northclaw hitting forward. Twizzy off the back wall. Stammy getting it away from the net. Again, Fallbong taking it from Northclaw. Unknown Panda coming in from behind in the air and scores Scholar's third goal with 35 seconds remaining. 3-0 for the Bears. Unknown Panda, Twizzy, Fallbong, and
30 seconds left on the clock.
entire Lancers team. Northclaw chasing all three of them into their zone. Unknown Panda trying to go for another goal just as the game is about to end. Twizzy in front of the net. Stammy getting it out of his net. Northclaw out front. 10 seconds remaining. Goated trying to go for a goal. Northclaw hitting back and up. In front of the net. Unknown Panda trying to go for a last-ditch goal. The Bears are going to take the first game of 3 here. We'll be right back. Back for our second game. There's Stammy and Northclaw taking the kickoff. Fallbong to Goated. Unknown Panda, Goated to Stammy. Unknown Panda. Northclaw with the ball.
Saved by the keeper.
Northclaw taking the possession. Stammy heading back. Unknown Panda off the wall. There's Goated to Stammy in front of the net. Unknown Panda back again. Stammy across the center. Resting in the Lancers side. Here's Twizzy going up the wall. Across the center again. Stopped by Northclaw. Headed back towards the Lancers net. Northclaw bringing it across. There's Fallbong. Right under the ball. Goated coming in from the Scholar zone. Right in front of the net. Unknown Panda trying to go for a goal there. Just coming in a little bit too early. In front of the net again. There's going to be a goal for Northclaw. 1-0 at 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Scored by the Bears. Northclaw wrapping around. Stammy trying to go for a save. Northclaw sinking it in on the left side. Fallbong and Unknown Panda for the kickoff. Stammy forward, Goated across to the corner. Northclaw back as well. Stammy across, saved by Goated. Up the wall, Unknown Panda again. Stammy. There's Twizzy and Stammy again. Unknown Panda and Twizzy. Stammy taking it directly horizontal across his side of the field. Twizzy forward, Northclaw getting it out of there. Stammy getting it up the wall. Goated to the back wall. Fallbong following behind. Northclaw to the top corner. And across the net again, Stammy getting it away. Northclaw and Goated trying to get the ball back towards their net area. Northclaw against Stammy, bringing it all the way across the wall. Unknown Panda wrapping around. Hit away from Fallbong. Twizzy with a hit. Unknown Panda pinching off of Unknown. Northclaw in front against Stammy, bringing it right in front. Goated off the top. Twizzy hitting forward. Northclaw hitting forward again. Unknown trying to go for that. Goated coming in and hitting it across the center, back into the Scholard side, and back into the Lancers side. Northclaw across the back. Unknown Panda over to Goated. Goated hitting forward. Stammy deciding to stay down on the ground, waiting for it to come down to him. Unknown Panda across to Twizzy. Goated hitting it towards their net. Northclaw and Stammy both having an intense battle, trying to maintain possession of the ball. Stammy in net, getting the ball across again. Goated going for the goal, saved by Twizzy, and across the center. Northclaw receiving. Northclaw with a tap in the air. That's going to be the second goal for Scholard in game 2. 46 seconds remaining. Northclaw up in the air, hit off of the nose. Excellent goal for Northclaw. Over to the Scholard side, right off the start. Two of the Lancers trying to go for a goal. Northclaw getting it out of the way.
30 seconds left on the clock.
30 seconds remaining. Goated with another goal for Scholard. 3-0 with 26 seconds remaining. Goated coming all the way from behind, tapping the ball forward with no defenders in their net. Sinking it in for the third goal. Off the ceiling, starting in the Lancers side, right off the start. Unknown Panda back to Goated. Goated demoed by Twizzy. All three of them huddled around the ball. Stammy off the back wall. Northclaw forward. Unknown Panda up again. Stammy across Northclaw, and that is going to be game for the Bears. Game 2 of 3 taken by the Bears. We'll be right back for game 3. Welcome back to game 3. Northclaw off the ceiling. Unknown Panda taking control immediately. Off the Lancers wall, there's Northclaw coming in from the back. Fallbong taking possession, handed over to Goated. Stammy receiving on the wall. Twisted. Stammy with a full breakaway to the Scholar net. Northclaw saved by Unknown Panda in the front with no boost. Goated across and down. Stammy over to Northclaw. Northclaw hitting it off the Lancers wall. Taking it up to the net. Northclaw is there. Unknown Panda goes for the goal but misses. Back to the Scholar side. Unknown Panda receiving the ball right in front of the net. There's Goated. Saved by Goated. Pinched between Stammy and Goated. Not going in the net. Unknown Panda right across. Northclaw forward. Goated.
What a save!
Stammy and Unknown Panda racing for the ball, trying to get there first. Across center field again, now in the Lancers side. The Bears on offense, now going back onto defense. Northclaw pushing it back over to an offensive push. Goated taking it back. Twizzy over his head. Stammy also forward and up the wall, off the ceiling and around in front of the net. Northclaw off the back wall, hitting it up again. 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining. 0 goals thus far. Northclaw off the wall. Unknown Panda with the first goal of the game. 1-0 for Scholar. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Coming around the bend, Unknown Panda with the goal. Fallbong and Northclaw taking the kickoff there. Goat just Stammy in net. Twizzy there too. Stammy deciding to take it. Stammy bringing it in the air. Unknown Panda advancing forward. Fallbong trying to wrap around. Twizzy takes it. Goated right up to the net, and that's a goal from midfield from Goated. 2-0 for Scholar. 1 minute and 53 seconds remaining. Unknown and Fallbong. Unknown Panda, Northclaw, and Stammy. Goated around the corner, and that's going to be another goal for Northclaw. 3-0. 1 minute and 32 seconds. Twizzy hitting forward. Northclaw right in front of the net. Tapping it in. Unknown Panda. Northclaw up to the top. Twizzy back into the corner in front of the net. There's Stammy hitting it again. Unknown Panda to Northclaw.
60 seconds left on the clock.
1 minute remaining on the clock. Game 3 of 3 for the Emerald Bears versus the Lancers. Bears with a 2-0 lead. There's another goal for Goated. St. Joseph Scholar Hall with 4-0, 49 seconds remaining. Scored by Goated. Stammy up the wall. Unknown Panda. Stammy saved by Goated. Goated right past everybody and scoring another goal with 32 seconds remaining. Goated taking the ball past both of the Lancers on defense and getting it into the net. 5-0 with 32 seconds left.
Left on the clock.
Fallbong. And Northclaw, Unknown Panda. Twizzy across the net. 13 seconds left. Northclaw to Fallbong. Unknown Panda grabbing the ball. Keeping control of it. 1 second left. And that's going to be game 3-0 for the Bears, winning their series. That's going to be it for tonight. That was our final game of the season before our provincial championships in Windsor.